Welcome everyone. Thank you for being live with us for our event Building a Global Community Empowering Neurological Patients and Caregivers for Improving Quality of Life. I am Deepa Tatkare, the product manager of the Nuria app, and it is an honor to be your host. We gather here with a shared purpose to address the challenges faced by the neurological patients and their dedicated caregivers, and to explore ways to improve the quality of life. This event is about fostering a community of support, knowledge sharing, and empowerment. Neurological conditions affect lives of millions across the globe. The journey of patients and caregivers can be filled with uncertainties, hardships, and emotions that are beyond words. However, it is in these moments of vulnerability and strength that we find an opportunity to come together and make a real difference. From our personal experiences, we know this feeling of desperateness is overwhelming for any patient diagnosed with the disease. This is the single most driver for us at Nuria, where we aim to provide hope and support to neurological patients. To all the patients out there, we want you to know that you are not alone in this journey. Your courage inspires us, and your resilience humbles us. We recognize the emotional roller coaster you might be experiencing, and we want you to feel the warmth of the community embracing you. Our collective efforts will ensure that your voices are heard, your needs are understood, and your lives are enriched. We must also acknowledge the tireless efforts of caregivers whose unwavering dedication often goes unnoticed. You are the unsung heroes, selflessly devoting your time, love, and care to support your loved ones through every triumph and challenge. We honor your commitment and stand with you as pillars of strength. As we embark on this noble journey, let us remember that building a global community is not merely about connecting virtually, it is about fostering deep connections that transcend borders and differences. Together, we can rewrite the narrative of neurological care, making it a tale of compassion, resilience, and empowerment. Let's hear about this more from our panel of experts. This panel, with first hand experiences, will share insights, stories, and expertise that can speak positive change in the lives of those affected by neurological conditions. Together, we aim to build a supportive global community where no one feels alone in their journey. Before we begin the discussion, we encourage participants to ask questions to the panelists in the comments section as we strive to make this event interactive and informative. I'm excited to introduce an exceptional moderator who will lead this insightful discussion. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Gaurav Tripathi, co-founder and executive board member of Inoplexis. He brings him with him a wealth of knowledge, expertise, and a deep passion for patient care. Welcome, Gaurav.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, Deepa. How are you doing today?
Great, Gaurav. How about you?
Good.
Thank you.
Going great. Okay. A very warm welcome to all of you joining us here in this live session, wherever in the world you are joining us from. And over to you, Deepa.
So, now we would like to welcome our panelists.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, good afternoon.
Oh wow, great! We have people popping in. This is our
Hello,
super panel.
everyone.
Okay, welcome all of you. Welcome Dr. Samir, Nadine, Nastasha. Welcome to this live event. How are you doing?
Thank you,
Fine.
Gaurav.
Great.
Nice to
And
join.
where
Thank
in
you.
the where in the world are you guys joining from?
Okay. Oh, I can start. I'm Natasha de Bruin. Indeed, I'm located in Germany, so very near to Frankfurt. I'm medical information manager supporting Noria app for Innoplexus. Um, Of course, Innoplexus is responsible for the gathering of the information provided in the Noria app. So data is extracted from reliable and validated sources. So that's where I am at. So thank you very much. It's nice that I can
Thank
join.
you, Nastasha. And Nadine, which part of the world are you in?
I am joining here from Switzerland. A very warm welcome to all of you. And yeah, my name is Nadine Eppmeyer. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Amrit AG. And this is our Amrit ecosystem that we are establishing to advance medical research in order to help patients to license out their data and to get an incentive in return. And it's a really exciting project, and I'm leading the product and tech development on marketing activities, legal and financial activities. And yeah, it's great to be here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Nadine. Finally, yeah, Dr. Guliani, where are you from? Which part of the world?
Hi, Gaurav. Hi, Nadine. Hi, Natasha. Thank you for having me. I am here at our head office in Pune, very much from India. I take this opportunity to thank the hosts for having me here as a panelist. I bring in an experience of as a physician in managing patients, and I've worked in the pharmaceutical industry. Been with Innoplexes looking after their medical and healthcare ecosystem, and also look after the total quality management for the organization. So, looking forward to contribute to this wonderful live session here. Over to you, Gaurav.
Wow, thank you, all of you, amazing panel. So, yep, we are talking about neuria, neurology, and you know what patients go through in their journey, and how does the landscape look like. So, we'll start with a very basic question: how does the journey look like? Yeah, and maybe for this, um, Natasha, over to you.
Yes.
If you can,
Mhm.
if you can tell us
Of
or
course.
help us understand, how's the
Mhm.
journey for the patient? When we say neurological conditions, how's the journey of the patient and of the caregivers?
Yes, thank you for the question. Indeed, it's not a very easy one, of course. It's will be known. The psychological journey of neurological patients is quite complex and also often an unpredictable one. So, upon receiving a diagnosis, patients may grapple with a range of emotions, of course. So, fear, confusion, but also anxiety about their future. It's very understandable. So the uncertainty surrounding also the progression of their condition can lead to additional feelings of helplessness and frustration. So it's not easy. Coping with the physical limitations and the potential impact also on independence. So reduced independence, of course, further compounds also the emotional struggle. As they adapt to these new challenges and lifestyle adjustments, patients may also experience bouts of sadness and grief over the life that they once had in the past. So throughout this journey, patients' sense of identity and self-worth may be profoundly affected. Of course, that's logical. So requiring a resilient mindset and also a very strong support network is important here to maintain emotional well-being. But this is about the patients, but of course, also what Deepa before mentioned, also caregivers are very much affected. So They also have their own psychological journey, which is equally demanding. They often experience a roller coaster also of emotions, so oscillating between, of course, love for their loved ones, compassion, but on the other side, there's the weight, of course, of all the responsibility they have. So caregivers witness also the daily struggles of helplessness and guilt, and so especially when they are unable, of course, to alleviate the pain of the suffering of their loved ones. Demands of the caregiver can be overwhelming, which can for them cause stress and burnout and impacting their own mental health. But despite these challenges, caregivers are often have a very profound sense of purpose, of course, in supporting their loved ones. And through their resilience, they form an essential pillar of strength for the patient's journey. Nonetheless, caregivers also require, of course, then a robust support system themselves to navigate the emotional challenges. So, um, yeah, understanding the psychological aspects of both patients and caregivers is therefore crucial in developing comprehensive support system that addresses their emotional well-being along with their physical needs. So, yeah, it's quite challenging altogether. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Mhm.
Definitely, it's quite quite a journey, and then we know no two patients or no two families will will be alike, and sure for everybody the journey is very much different. And yeah, for this, I think how we can help or support the patients or the caregivers, and I think the first step towards supporting or even solving a problem for them would be to acknowledge that indeed this is how the journey is. This is how complex it is, or so on. So I think uh, that could be the first step, and for that we see that more and more we have ecosystems where we are able to share experiences and support. That's where the patients and caregivers they'll see that yes, they are not alone. So continuing on this, I'll move on to our other panelists and where we can what their views are. So my next question to you, Dr. Gulyani, you are a doctor. So yes, just for everybody, the title doctor is not because he holds a PhD. He's a real doctor, and the one who has experience not just with patient care, but he comes from experience a lot of experience from working in the pharma sector, so working with pharmaceutical industry, and hence he has seen both the sides. So, Dr. Gulyani, if you could share how you have seen or how you support patients and caregivers in their journey in the well-being.
Thanks, Gaurav, for the question. It's a very relevant question. And taking the lead from what Natasha said, it's a neurological indication. And it's at many a times for all patients, it's something which they're not accustomed to. They're not sure of what's going on. And when they are not aware, the family gets impacted. And that's where all the caregiver and loved ones play a very critical role in supporting the patient. The entire environment is such that patients and their caregiver need specialized and personal attention. When they are exposed to something new, the psyche of the patient has changed. So a lot of effort from our side goes into the holistic management of patients. We need to look after the emotional well-being. We need to look after the psychological well-being as well. So when I see patients in the neurological segment, and let's accept it's a wide spectrum. Nobody is similar. We have Alzheimer's, we have Parkinson, we have depression. The presentation of patients is very different. So you need to really understand each patient and their caregiver really well. And I give them the opportunity to communicate with me, create an environment so that they are relaxed, they can express all their concerns I spend time with them so they can, really give me details of what is really bothering them. And that helps me to create a tailored management for each one of them. In addition, we need to understand caregivers not only looking after their patients, they have to look after themselves and their family. So they need a real strong backing, a strong ecosystem around them, which will help them and support them in ensuring that the patient gets the best management. So apart from patients, their caregivers, I feel as a physician, it is also very important for me that I create an entire ecosystem around me of psychologists, social workers, friends and families, whom the patient and caregiver can talk to, share their feelings, share their journey, share their concerns, get some good community outreach and share. It's very important we understand the psyche of a neurological patient. They need help, and we should be very open for them, give them good information, direct them to the right places where they can get this information, some articles, some blogs, some videos which will help them understand. That's where I feel, the aim is not to only treat the neurological condition, but ensure that the caregiver, the patient are well supported, they're empowered to make their own decisions. And as much as intervention we can provide for them will only ease their journey as they move along. That's where I personally see how my patients I like to manage and look after them in that perspective, Gaurav.
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Biryani. I think very basic, uh, very basic challenge there is that nobody wants to get labeled as a patient. That yeah, and worse that the stigma that is attached to it. That yeah, I'm a patient of depression. I'm a any other disorder which is related to neurology. That's where the patients also I can understand they are not even comfortable being called out as a patient or being known that they are seeking help for a certain disorder. Okay, so this this I think of all of the support which we see, it's coming now. Further, if we look at what could be the other ways, or and if I look at the Amrit ecosystem, what else? What are the other initiatives that are being taken, or what's it being done from the ecosystem perspective to support patients and caregivers? So for this, I'll come to you, Nadine. Please enlighten us.
Yes, thank you, Gaurav. So within the Amrit ecosystem and our Nuria app, of course, a very important part is the accessibility to the right experts. Yeah, so through the app, you have, as a patient and as a caregiver, the opportunity to really get the right experts around you. Yeah, and this is really important because these information are all validated by our medical experts, and this is a real good and handy information for patients and caregivers. Additionally, we also enable access to clinical trials, and we engage also patients to look for clinical trials, which they can then share with their treating physician, the same for the experts, and therefore get faster, hopefully matched into clinical trials, and the whole recruitment process can be enormously facilitated. And our aim with Amrit is really here to improve the quality of life for the patients, and of course to give the needed support network to the caregivers, because we are connecting them as well to a large community of healthcare providers and other digital services, so that they really know to whom to go in that difficult situation. Back to you, Gaurav.
Wow, quality of life. That's a big statement. To see we're not saying that we are treating somebody, a disease. we are really saying that we are going to improve the quality of life. Yeah. So, very interesting and quite impactful. Um, you mentioned about engaging physicians, clinical trials, and into the Amrit ecosystem. Of course, I see how this can lead to having an ecosystem where indeed the interventions are able to improve the quality of life. So further, but if we really see in the end, it's about community. It's about people coming together. I mean, as a physician, whatever you could do, whatever the medicines could do, it's still only a part of the solution. Yeah. More we see in the end, it has to be a community, and when a community feels empowered and people are compassionate, in the larger ecosystem. So, on this, Natasha, if you can share your insights or throw some light on that, how do you see this power of community? How can this power of community be leveraged? Maybe talking to patient advocacy groups or more. How do you think?
Yes, thank you, Gaurav. It's a very good point. Indeed, community empowerment and the role of, for example, patient advocacy groups are really truly transformative for neurological patients. So these groups provide, of course, safety, but also supportive space where people can really face similar challenges and we come together and share experiences and also, of course, provide each other mutual support. So being a part of a community of fellow patients and also caregivers, of course, who truly understand the daily struggles can indeed instill a sense of belonging, validation, and hope. So this is very positive. It fosters a collective strength and encourages patients to advocate also for their own needs and rights, and as well also contribute to the overall enhancement, of course, of neurological healthcare. So patient advocacy groups play a vital role in raising awareness, also advocating for improved policies and resources. So they drive also research efforts. That's another important point. By uniting voices and also pooling resources, these communities create really a powerful platform for change. So ultimately, it's the goal, of course, to enhance quality of life for all those affected by neurological conditions. Gaurav, back to you. Yeah.
Thank you, Natasha. And so, Nanine, what are your views in saying how do you think this sharing or this where people are able to, the patients, caregivers, they are able to share their experience or their journeys. How does it happen? How is it helping?
Yes, so we are helping patients and caregivers through a communication platform. It's like almost like WhatsApp. You can chat with another person who's suffering from the same disease as you are. So we call it a neuro twin. Yeah, and this is great because that really gives patients the emotional support. Yeah, because there's not a lot of people out there who can understand and comprehend most of the emotional states and fears that patients or caregivers have. And here is the opportunity that really they can chat and share their experience with other people.
Thank you. And see, in the end, what we see that yes, the ecosystem, yes, it has patients, physicians, caregivers, hospitals, and all of it. But at some level, of course, you can say maybe if not the biggest, but a very crucial stakeholder is ultimately the pharma, the companies who are going to come up with incredible cures for these diseases and disorders. Right? Is there something in the Amrit ecosystem which is helping close that loop, or some way where it is really helping, letting the community, letting the patients contribute back to the research and development?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
that was for you.
yes. So patients have the unique opportunity to share their very valuable data via the app. So they technically go on the feature that says, please, do you want to join the research programs, and then they can upload their data sets and give their consent that we can anonymize their data. That is really important. And only once it is anonymized and we have the consent of the patient, we are transferring this into our AMRIT data catalog. And this data catalog is being searchable for pharma clients or also for clinical research organizations when they're looking for patients to match patients into clinical trials. So patients themselves can then, if their data is being used for a licensing project from a pharma company, for example, then they are getting a financial incentive for their valuable data. And that is a great start to really democratize patient data and put the patient into the center of the health system again. And this is really one step, and patients can leave a lasting impact through providing their data to advance medical research.
But so how does this data really get used? So as a patient, I come to the app, I'm sharing my data, but in the end, how does it reach the pharma companies? Do I need to share with them?
So yeah, the great opportunity for you is if you share your data, that you get a financial benefit from it, that you are getting the value of your data back. That is number one. And at the same time, if a new drug development is ongoing and your data can
No,
help.
sorry, yeah, Nadine, I'm asking, how does the pharma get the data?
Yeah, so they are able to search for the requirements that they are having for their project within our AMRIT data catalog. And once they decide to license a data set, then a smart contract is enabled and the data transfer is being done via blockchain technology. And only then, upon all legal consent, they will receive the data set.
Wow, wow, that's science fiction. Okay, but do they get to see my name, my personal details as well?
No, the data is anonymized.
Great, great. Okay, so moving ahead, how do we see that Amrit can, or a company, maybe there are others like Amrit out there, I don't know if there are. So if Amrit help, how can it help patients, caregivers, across the entire journey? What is it that Amrit is really giving to the patients and caregivers? Yeah, Dr. Samir.
Yeah, thanks, Gaurav. Interesting question. When this concept of the Amrit ecosystem came up and we started delving deep into it, we realized that there is a lot of uncertainty around patients and caregivers. And there is so much of wealth of information, but there's nothing which is personalized or curated to what the patient or the caregiver really wants. I think that is something which has been uniquely done by the Amrit and the Nuria app, that whenever a patient or caregiver visits this platform, they get the information as per what their requirement is. There is personalized medicine touch to it. They're given information on the various clinical trials which are going around the world. A lot of patients aren't aware that they can contribute a big time to medical research. And I think Nadine mentioned a very important point that when patient knows the value of his or her data, they themselves would want to contribute, for advancement of medical research. And I think with the information which Amrit has to offer, I think we're doing justice to attracting people to utilize such platforms. As a physician, we can spend as much time as we want with a caregiver or a patient, but sometimes they always want that extra information. They want to reinforce what they have learned, heard, seen, spoken to people, and platforms like these, which give validated, tailored information, really adds value and confirmation to their queries. So I think the educational tools, the articles, the blogs which are there, the community to interact. I think such kind of an ecosystem is enabling even physicians to advocate their patients to go and use these services, because these apps give holistic care, and I think that is very critical in people in neurological indications and for caregivers especially. That's where I see in the patient journey, where apps like Nuria will take them throughout the entire journey, hold their hand, and give them that comfort that yes, I have a partner with me who will help me and guide me through the way. Back to you, Gaurav.
Great, great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Samir. That's really great to know that there are different ways in which Amrit is able to help. And again, that having that feeling, yeah, Amrit is not just the app or the marketplace. Media is not just the app, right? We are talking about a complete ecosystem wherein, yes, a lot of it is digital, but yeah, there is more to it. Yeah, we are talking to people on ground. We are talking to patients, caregivers, the community, and to other stakeholders as well. And that's really really great to know. I hope that the team, you, Nadine, Samir, Natasha, you take it forward in the right direction, and we keep going. And yeah, anyways, these sessions are going to be very frequent. I think every week. So we'll have more updates as we go on Nuria. So all of you stay tuned. That's all from my side on the panel discussion side. Thank you all. Have a great day. Over to you, Deepa.
Just the
Thanks,
same
Gaurav.
as well. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Gaurav. Wasn't this an inspiring and enlightening panel discussion? Now I'm thrilled to lead you through a captivating presentation on the Nuria app. Before we begin, I would like to emphasize the significance of patient centric apps in our healthcare landscape. One of our distinguished panelists, Dr. Samir, shared that these apps play a crucial role in providing essential support, information, and empowerment to individuals facing neurological challenges. They bridge gaps in accessibility, connect patients and caregivers, and offer valuable resources to navigate their unique journeys. This presentation will delve into the motivations behind the development of Nuria and how it is designed to foster the creation of a global community. Please join me in this exciting presentation where we will uncover how the Nuria app, through its innovative approach, can contribute to the betterment of the lives of those affected by neurological conditions. By fostering a global community of caregivers, loved ones, and healthcare providers, we aim to provide comprehensive support, share knowledge and experiences, and empower those affected to enhance their well being and create a more inclusive society. When it comes to neurological patients, loved ones, and the caregivers, they often grapple with difficult questions and challenges. They find themselves asking questions like, what are my treatment options? Is my medication suitable for my condition? Have I received an accurate diagnosis? Where can I seek a second opinion? Is there a support network of individuals facing similar experiences? How can I stay informed about clinical trials and emerging treatments? In addition to this, they may wonder how they can effectively communicate their individual problems and needs to the pharmaceutical community. So, Nuria app addresses these concerns and presents a comprehensive solution to empower and support this community. So, we are committed to building a remarkable product that can bridge the information gap for patients, loved ones, caregivers, advocacy groups, and the pharmaceutical players. By decentralizing power within the ecosystem, we enable community evolution and growth. We aim to build a platform that can engage all the stakeholders, offer in-app services such as second opinion, access to therapists, and facilitate chat groups. In addition to this, we empower patients to participate in research projects and surveys with the ability to earn tokens for their involvement and data licensing. So our app provides a comprehensive platform for accessing vital resources, including information on therapies, clinical trials, expert opinions, and the ability to connect with a neurotwin for support and shared experiences. Additionally, the app offers a secure and personalized data vault, empowering users to maintain control over their health information. So, our vision is to build a self sustaining ecosystem that is fueled by patient data. So, by harnessing and the collective data within our ecosystem, we strive to make healthcare more accessible and affordable for patients. The diverse range of patient data we gather enables researchers and pharmaceutical companies to accelerate the drug discovery and development, leading to more effective treatments. Through our platform, we aim to streamline the drug discovery process, saving valuable time and ultimately bringing innovative therapies to patients faster. So together we can revolutionize the healthcare by leveraging the power of patient data and driving positive care for all stakeholders. So together, let's improve the lives of individuals with neurological and behavioral conditions through the power of community and technology to create a world where information is accessible, support is abundant, and breakthrough treatments become a reality. So now we can have a question and answer session. Now let me take questions that our audience has posted for us. So the first question is, how Nuria connect us to doctors from reputed hospitals? Yes, Nuria provides a curated list of top neurologists, psychologists, and psychiatrists from reputed hospitals in your area. You may connect with them using the details such as phone number and mail ID. The next question is about how does NeuroTwin work? So once user clicks on the Find Your NeuroTwin feature, they can be connected with up to 3 patients with the most similar disease profile as themselves. The unique algorithm matches the patients and displays the most similar profiles as possible to users, that is, neurotwins. They can share their journey, concerns, learn, and empower each other through private chats, which are encrypted and stored in a secured blockchain environment. They can decide to stay anonymous or share their profile with their twin. The next question is, how can I contact Nuria? So you can contact Nuria through our email ID info@nuria.com or through our website nuria.app. Now, as we move towards the end of the session, I would take this opportunity to thank all of you for your valuable time. Events like this remind us of the power of collaboration and striving together in the face of adversities, allowing us to come together as a community. As we conclude the event, let us carry the knowledge and inspiration we have gained with us. I would implore you to download the Nuria app from Play Store or App Store and explore the services that are offered. Any suggestions or feedback that you may have would only help us move forward. Stay tuned and follow us on LinkedIn for updates on our upcoming live events in the next few weeks. Thank you and goodbye.